Welcome everyone, Nikki here with Nikki Loves Books, and today we do have our next OwlCrate to unbox together. And please excuse me for still sitting down. I normally like to do these videos standing up, but I am still recovering from my surgery. It is almost 6 weeks, like we're 5 weeks out in a few days. I still feel really rough. So that kind of sucks, but I'm here ready to do something fun, so let's get into it. As a reminder, OwlCrate's pamphlet or whatever you want to call it, it's like a newsletter, has the information about the box, right? That's all digital now, so just be aware that there's a QR code on the inside of the box. You want to scan it and it will take you to the information for this unboxing. Thankfully, this month's unboxing information is online, so I've had it happen a few times where I got my box and it wasn't up yet. So it is up, so I can tell you guys happily the theme for this month. So the theme for our March 2026 young adult OwlCrate box is Take It to the Grave. It's a very dark theme, especially for March. Take It to the Grave kind of feels more like an October theme. It feels spooky in March for this theme, but I'm here for it. In the shadows of the deadly forest surrounding the town, our main character is running out of resources. She makes a deal with the leader of the vampires in the forest. Give her blood in exchange for what she needs. Things go awry when her best friend goes missing. Her brother comes searching and is willing to expose her secrets to find his sister. The leader of the vampires strikes a new deal to help them both, but it may be the most dangerous deal yet. Vampire book, very interesting. Haven't gone wrong with any of those yet, so really excited to see what book we have this month, but first we gotta get to the items. As a reminder, this is the young adult OwlCrate box. This is the box with the items. All the other OwlCrate boxes are books only. So the first item we have is this, and it says Caro's Perfume, Sweet Almond and Wood Smoke. Ew, I'm not a huge fan of the scent of almond, but we'll see. Set your senses afire with this solid perfume inspired by Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This perfume features notes of sweet almond and wood smoke created by Fiction Bath Co. I enjoy Fiction Bath Co. actually quite a bit. However, there's a however with me, I don't do well with perfumes a lot of the times, and I've come to find that when I do unboxings, I'll be like, oh, this smells good. But then after the unboxing, when I try to go use it, yes, it still smells good. But there's something about all the perfumes that just ends up making me nauseous. I don't know what it is. I'm not quite sure what they're using, but it's something that I've seen in the rollers and in the solid perfumes. And it's so upsetting to me because I'm like, the smells are really good. It's just something that they're using does not settle well with my body. Like just getting a little bit of a whiff, I actually like the smell. The almond smell is not too overpowering. Again, I'm not normally a huge fan. If anything has the added scent of almond, I usually steer clear of it. But I actually really like this. It's the wood smoke smell that I get the most of, and I love the smell of that. So really like the scent of this, but I'm going to probably say it's probably going to make me nauseous like all the other ones have, even though I like the scent. I don't know if anyone else has had a problem with their perfumes. Please let me know in the comments below if you have, but I think it's just a me problem. I'm really sensitive to smells. And I have not read Daughter of Smoke and Bone yet. I actually have the whole entire set, and I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. Next up, we have A Study in Drowning hair clip. I have read A Study in Drowning. It's one of the books from OwlCrate that I enjoyed quite a bit, so I'm really excited to look at this item. So I normally really like hair clips, but I'm worried about the size of this. Maybe it's not going to be as small as I think it is, but it seems small to me, but it's probably the size of a normal hair clip, and I'm just tripping. Okay, and I wasn't tripping. It is smaller than a normal hair clip, but I actually really like it. Sorry about that glare. This is a very glossy item. Hair clip. Unlock effortless style with our hair clip. Designed by at Off the Hook Studio, this clip features a key design inspired by A Study in Drowning. It is a really cool hair clip. I do like it a lot. I love the colors. I love that it's a key. I'm just not thrilled about the size. Like, I wish it was slightly longer and also wider. I also have a lot of hair, so again, this could be another me problem. Other than the small size, again, I like the design and it does feel sturdy. Like the clamp has a lot of tension. The plastic doesn't feel like it's gonna snap immediately. I think all of us who use hair clips know it's usually the teeth that are the danger of breaking first, and those don't feel entirely solid. So I kind of have a feeling the teeth are going to go first. Next up, we have this, and it says Toiletry Set, inspired by a deadly education. And that is a book that I have not read. So that is the first book in the Scholomance series by Naomi Novik. And unfortunately, I read Uprooted by her, and I did not like it. While I liked the plot, I really didn't enjoy the writing. So I have a feeling that A Deadly Education might also fall under that. So it's not something that I'm going out of my way to go find out and read. So here is our toiletry set, and it says, "There was only me to save me." And I do really love the design. So it always seems to happen when I'm recording that the garbage truck comes, or some sort of really loud truck, which is why for a couple of my videos I was using this, and then someone said that the sound quality wasn't as good with this. So now I'm back to not using a mic, but I'm pretty sure you're going to hear all the noises from the truck. Or maybe I'm wrong and it's not going to pick up. But I'm just going to keep recording and we'll find out whether we hear it or not. So getting back to our toiletry set. So this case is really cushy and I like that. And then when you open it, we have a nail file, we have clippers, we have nail scissors. So a lot of good things in our toiletry set. This is really cute and really nice item, and not something I've seen OwlCrate do in the past. We're down to our last item before the pin, and this is going to be my favorite item in the box, and that is a bowl cozy. Protect your hands from burning like your favorite romance with this bowl cozy. This item pairs perfectly with piping hot mushroom ravioli. Oh, that sounds delicious. Designed by Lichen and Limestone, this bowl cozy features a pattern inspired by Twilight. And as we can see, here is our pattern. It's very cute. I love bowl cozies, and I do appreciate that this one is perfectly shaped for our bowls. I just wish it had a little bit more give to go out flatter, because not all my bowls will have such a huge indent in there, but it will still be perfectly functional. One of the main reasons why I like bowl cozies is I do a lot of soups because of my swallowing issues, and so I'm constantly using bowls, and my autoimmune disease is very finicky with temperature. I'll have an actual autoimmune response if I interact with any temperatures. Pretty much anything over 68 degrees Fahrenheit, it's an absolute bitch, and it's super annoying. So bowl cozies have been really helpful, and I really love them, and I didn't even know they were a thing until OwlCrate started doing them a few years ago. And last but not least, our last item in our box is the pins. As you can see from this face of disappointment, I'm not enjoying the stupid thing that they are doing this year with the pins. So I'm not a pin person anyway, which if you like pins, that's cool. I love that for you. I do recognize that they can be really cute. And there's some pins that I've absolutely kept and been like, this is cute, I'm keeping it. But I am not generally a pin girly. So the pins are kind of like, I don't really care anyway. But then this year they tried to be like, oh, look, we're doing this cool thing. And it sounded cool to me. And I was so on board. And then once I actually looked at the first pin, I was like, what the fuck is this? So know that I'm not a fan of this. So I might already be like, So this is our third pin. And if you're confused, if you're like, wait, I only have one other pin, what do you mean this is the third pin? This is the March 2026 young adult box. We didn't get February's yet. So do know that the February 2026 young adult OwlCrate box has not been shipped out yet. So do not panic. And I say that because I totally panicked. Like when I saw that it was the March box, I was just like, wait, I feel like I'm missing something. And sure enough, I forgot that the February box is late and is supposed to be shipped out this month. If you're wondering why I was like, the pins this year is so stupid, and it's because of how they introduced the concept. The concept that I thought they were going for would have been cool. What they ended up doing is just dumb. So they said that, you know, we're releasing pins and you put them together. And so what I was thinking was that they were pins that were going to be like slightly smaller, that when you put them together, like line it up in a circle is what they were showing. They were like, all 5 pins, they go around in a circle. And what I was thinking is that when you do that, they all form like a bigger picture, or they all connect somehow. And it just looks like they made pins that are identical in shape and size, and then you put them in a circle, but it doesn't do anything special from there. Like there's no reason to put them together other than OwlCrate's like, look, they go together. And I'm like, based on what? So it's a stupid idea. Anyways, so again, see how they have this picture? You know, so I was thinking that you put them all together and it forms a bigger picture. And so it would be like a normal size pin. But these pins are huge, like by themselves. So these individual pins are huge and there's no reason to put them in together like this other than OwlCrate said to. So here's pin number 3. These things are huge. Continuing our enamel pin collection for 2026, Blades of Love. This collection celebrates a love for romanticy and features 5 pins that will go together to form a set. This third blade is inspired by The Night and the Moth. I am not familiar with that book. And see what they could have done, you know, what they're doing is stupid. Like I said, at least to me, I think it's a dumb idea. What they could have done is they could have just said, hey, we're doing our enamel pin series this year. That's a sword and shield pin collection. I'm like, that would have been totally fine. Like sword and shield, great, fantastic. But this whole concept where they're like, oh, you put them together, like, why? And they're so big. Why would I do that? I'm not familiar with The Night and the Moth at all. So if any of you guys have any information about that book, if you read it, let me know because I've got nothing. All right, and that is it for all the items in our March 2026 OwlCrate box. And for me, no surprise, it's the bowl cozy. Really liked the bowl cozy hair clip. Yeah, liked it. Wish it was bigger, but I still like it and I plan on using it. The Toiletry set, also thought it was a really cool idea. It's useful, it's cute, seems to be well made. We'll see. And yeah, the pin and the perfume, definitely just get on out of here. I don't need them. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on these items, if you're looking forward to any of these, or if you're also feeling like this box was meh. Like, I don't think this box is great so far. Like, I'm not wowed by anything. I am happy with my bowl cozy, but I'm also not ecstatic about it. But I'm really hoping I like the book because that is what I get OwlCrate boxes for, and I always have. I still can't get over that I've been a subscriber with OwlCrate for so long that I was back in during the OG where there was no special edition. It was signed by the author. That's it. I was like, all right, sign me up. And the grand reveal for our Take It to the Grave OwlCrate Young Adult book pick is The Gravewood by Kelly Andrew. And I'm so happy to have this because I really like Kelly Andrew. I've loved the other books that I've read from her. So I'm very excited for this book. Our third book of 2026 features a deadly forest filled with vampires. In The Gravewood, our main character, Shea, is running out of resources, including her hearing aid batteries. She makes a deal with Lysander, the leader of the vampires in the forest, give her blood in exchange for resources. Things go awry when her best friend goes missing. Her brother comes searching and is willing to expose her secrets to find his sister. Lysander strikes a new deal to help both of them, but it may be the most dangerous one yet. The woods would swallow her whole. Shea Parker has lived her life in the shadow of the Gravewood, an impassable forest that's cut off her town from the rest of the world. With supplies scarce, Shea is forced to carefully ration her hearing aid batteries. When her stash runs out, she'll be left in the silence. Desperate, Shea turns to Oliver Lysander, the volatile leader of a vampire gang that rules the Gravewood. The arrangement between Shea and Lysander is simple. She gives him her blood. He tracks down batteries. They don't cross any lines. They don't make it personal, despite their growing attraction. But when Shea's best friend is lured into the Gravewood, that delicate balance is broken for good. Eager to keep her in the dark with him, the opportunist Lysander renegotiates the terms of their deal. If Shea agrees to turn, Lysander will help her navigate the carnivorous Gravewood. For the first time ever, Shea finds herself leaving home, swallowed up in the dreamlike dark of the Gravewood, and traveling in the company of killers. It isn't long before she risks becoming one herself. So excited for this, mostly because I've enjoyed Kelly Andrews' other work. So it seems interesting. Vampires, love them, always been a fan. Is the plot like super intriguing for me? Not entirely, but I am curious about why this town is isolated from the rest of the world. Where did the vampires come from? Or is the rest of the world plagued by vampires? Like, what's going on? So I am interested, but I'm mostly just excited because it's a Kelly Andrews book. And the reason why I like her so much is because her books are interesting. So they're usually not what I expect, and they have a creepy element to them with a touch of usually a love story, but it's not necessarily always a happy ending. And I appreciate that. So we of course have an exclusive cover that is very beautiful. And it says, "Better light a candle, better light two. The trees are watching closely and they might snatch you." They did also do an actual true reverse dust jacket where you actually have the title and author and not just along the spine. It does say, "No one comes back from the grave wood alive." Between the two covers, I am choosing to stick with this one. I do love the red foiling, but I especially love the design of the girl, you know, the bleeding, and the candles. It's very gothic feel. What's driving me nuts lately about OwlCrate is their covers feel really flimsy. It's such a flimsy, thin piece of paper that just been kind of driving me nuts lately. We have a beautifully foiled hardcover case, which has really nice foiling. Not crazy about the color of the book, the brown, not my thing. But the gold is really nice, and it says, "From the fount of the forest comes the age of the beast." Here's our back side, and it says, "He thinks he loved her right then. Isn't that the way all tragedies begin?" So this might be another book that doesn't necessarily have a happy ending, but I have no idea. We have beautifully stenciled edges. Love the candles, that contrast of colors with the red and the green. Nicely done. We do have illustrated end papers, which are beautiful. It is, of course, signed by the author and includes a bound author letter inside. And last but not least, we do have a matching ribbon bookmark. So that is all we got today. I did want to say Nowruz Mubarak, so happy Persian New Year. As always, if you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, please give my video a like down below. Leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts on this book, on these items. Always love hearing from you. And please subscribe to my channel. My channel is not monetized currently. It would be really helpful to help pay for my medical bills from my recent surgery, as well as the vet bills for my cat Kirby, who recently got diagnosed with diabetes right before my surgery. It was not great timing. If you're able to give a little bit more, do know that I also have a GoFundMe, but there's absolutely no pressure. I know none of us are really doing well these days. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, happy Persian New Year to all that celebrate, and have a good first day of spring.